Vrinde, Jaya Vrinde, Jaya Vrinde. Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priya Keshwascha Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavate Namo Namah. Priya Keshwascha Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavate Namo Namah. Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priya Keshwascha Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavate Namo Namah. Tulsi Devaya Priya Satyavate Namah. Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priya Keshwascha Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavate Namo Namah.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Rajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Rajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Rajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Rajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tiravanachari Jamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Stotar Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Stotar Shata Shri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shamakun Radhakun Giri Govardhan Ki. Shri Mayapura Dham Ki. Shri Mathura Dham Ki. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki. Ganga Maya Ki. Yamuna Maya Ki. Bhakti Devi Ki. Tulasi Devi Ki. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Naranayam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato dayam udirayet. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayan, unto Nara Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nasta prayasa bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavaduttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I have some. Today we'll be continuing in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 61, texts 8 through 9. Charudeshna sudeshnascha charudehascha viryavan Sucharush charuguptascha Vajracharus tataparaha Charachandra vicharuscha Charuscha dashamohare Prajumna pramukha jata Rukminyam Navamapitu. Should I keep doing the whole thing? Okay. So I'll just do I'll just continue with the first four then. Charudeshna sudeshnascha Charudehascha viryavan Sucharushcharuguptascha Vajacharustataparaha Charuchandravicharuscha Charuscha dashamohare Rajumna pramukha jata Rukminyam navamapitu Charudeshna sudeshnascha Charudehascha viryavan Sucharushcharuguptascha Vajracharus tataparaha Charuchandra vicharuscha Charuscha dashamohare Prajumna pramukha jata Rukminyam navamapitu. Prajumna pramukha jata Sudeshnascha Charudehascha viryavan Charuscha tataparaha Charuscha dashamohare Jata Trideshas Viryavam Sucharu Guptascha. Arjuna Pramukha Jata. Charudeshna Sudeshna Cha. Charudeshna and Sudeshna. Charudeha. Charudeha. Cha and Viryavan. Powerful. Sucharu Charugupta Cha. Sucharu Charugupta. Vajracharu. Vajracharu. Tata. Also. Aparaha. Another. Charu Chandra Vichara Cha. Charu Chandra and Vicharu. Charaha. Charu. Cha. Also. Dashamaha. The 10th. Hare. By Lord Hari. Prajumna Pramukha. Headed by Prajumna. Jata. Begotten. Rukminyam. In Rukmini. Na. Not. Avamaha. Inferior. Pituhu. To their father. Translation. The first son of Queen Rukmini was Prajumna, and also born of her were Charudeshna, Sudeshna, and the powerful Charudeha, along with Sucharu, Charugupta, Vajracharu, Charuchandra, Vicharu, and Charu the 10th. None of these sons of Lord Hari was less than his father. Please repeat. The first son of Queen Rukmini was Prajumna, and also born of her were Charudeshna, Sudeshna, and the powerful Charudeha, along with Sucharu, Charugupta, Vajracharu, Charuchandra, Vicharu, and Charu the 10th. None of these sons of Lord Hari less than his father. There is no purport by the servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, but I'll read the tikas by the Acharyas. Jiva Goswami writes, each of them was strong, Viryavan. Vajracharu was younger than Charugupta. That is indicated by Tata Paraha. The succession is from oldest to youngest. The 10th is stated as such to emphasize that there was not an 11th. The succession is from oldest to youngest. The 10th is not an 11th son. And thus his sons were similar, according to the maxim, like the seed, so the sprout. None of them, indicated by the word cha repeated, were less than their father. This was stated before, but for emphasis it is repeated. The following lists are similar. And Sanatana Goswami writes, The sons were similar to their father, who was attractive, Hari. With this intention, they were all named Charu, attractive. They were not less, na avamaha, than their father. That was stated before, but for emphasis, it is repeated. The following lists are similar. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Namo Vishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Dapatakamulam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Pitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Origina Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitam Cha Hey Krishna Korna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagapate Gopisha Gopikanta Radhakanta Namostate Tapadam Sahagana Lalita Bandho Jagapate Namostate Sri Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me this morning. So today we are continuing in Srimad Bhagavatam. In this chapter, it's called the genealogy of Krishna, the family of Krishna. And right now, this particular verse, we're starting with lists of the sons of the different wives of Krishna, or I think it's the 8 principal wives of Krishna. And some ants on me. And first we begin with Rukmini. And one thing that came to mind is, as we'll see in the next couple of verses, there's a lot of different names that are listed. And I remember early on reading in Krishna Conscious, reading some of the scriptures, you see these lists of names, and then just like a name after name. It's like, at least my Western mind tends to want to just skip through and get to the story or get to the point. But, and I couldn't find the quote, but I was reading something recently from my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Swami, which was basically saying that there will be these lists of names, but not to skim through them, to read them like any other part of the Bhagavatam, because it's there to purify us. Everything in the Bhagavatam is there to purify us. So these names, we should read them. And I was looking, I thought, at least for me, it'd be fun to try and see what these names mean. And you can see in the purport from Sanatana Goswami, Charu means attractive. And a lot of these sons of Rukmini have Charu, Charu in the name, except Prajumna. And Prajumna means, eminently mighty one, or powerful one. So then we have Charu Deshna, which is a loose translation, it's like a beautiful gift. Sudeshna, which is like a proper beauty. Charu Deha, which is a beautiful man. Sucharu is another way of saying like proper beauty. Charu Gupta, hidden beauty. Bhadra Charu, auspicious beauty. Charu Chandra, beautiful moon. Vicharu, it's like a defeating beauty. And Charu, all attractive. So I thought that just be interesting so everybody knows, has an idea what these names are. Beautiful, all attractive. And in this verse it's saying none of the sons of Lord Hari was less attractive, or less than his father. So with that being said, most of them are very beautiful, or they're all beautiful, all attractive. And I was looking up the names in the Bhagavatam to see if they're mentioned anymore in the Bhagavatam. And most of these names are not. I saw Charudeshna is mentioned again with Pradyumna. And I'm just going to read that. It's in a little purport. Let me just pull it up here. It's in a purport to the Srimad Bhagavatam in the first canto, chapter 11, text 16 through 17. There's a list of devotees at the Swayamvara ceremony, I think. And Prabhupada writes a little bit about these personalities. So I'll just read that. (16 through 17). For Pradyumna, he writes, incarnation of Kamadev, or according to others, incarnation of Sanat Kumar, born as the son of the personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna and Lakshmi Devi, Srimati Rukmini, the principal queen at Dwarka. He was one of those who went to congratulate Arjuna upon his marrying Subhadra. He was one of the great generals who fought with Shalva, and while fighting with him, he became unconscious on the battlefield. His charioteer brought him back to the camp from the battlefield, and for this action he was very sorry and rebuked his charioteer. However, he fought again with Shalva and was victorious. He heard all about the different demigods from Naradaji. He is one of the 4 plenary expansions of Lord Sri Krishna. He is the third one. He inquired from his father, Sri Krishna, about the glories of the Brahmanas. During the fratricidal war amongst the descendants of Yadu, he died at the hand of Bhoja, another king of the Vrishnis. After his death, he was installed in his original position. And for Charudeshna, it says, another son of Lord Sri Krishna and Rukmini Devi. He was also present during the Swayamvara ceremony of Draupadi. He was a great warrior like his brothers and father. He fought with Vivinidaka and killed him in the fight. And I tried to research more about Charudeshna and this fight with Vivinidaka, and I couldn't find anything. I'm sure there's something somewhere. Just like all these other sons of Krishna, I'm sure there's stories and things somewhere in scriptures, but for me, it was not easy to find. But for Pradyumna, we'll see he comes up again in the Bhagavatam later, and in this chapter he'll come up again later. I just thought it'd be, I would just read a little bit from Krishna book about Pradyumna. Here Prabhupada writes, this is right from chapter 55, Pradyumna born to Krishna and Rukmini. We have gone through this chapter in Srimad Bhagavatam, but you can always go back and read these things again. So I'm just going to read some of it, not the whole story. It is said that Cupid, who is directly part and parcel of Lord Vasudeva, and who was formerly burned to ashes by the anger of Lord Shiva, took birth from the womb of Rukmini, begotten by Krishna. This is Kamadev, a demigod of the heavenly planets, especially capable of inducing lusty desires. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, has many grades of parts and parcels, but the quadruple expansions of Krishna, Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha are directly in the Vishnu category. Kama, or the Cupid demigod, who later took his birth from the womb of Rukmini, was also named Pradyumna, but he cannot be the Pradyumna of the Vishnu category. He belongs to the category of Jivatattva, but for exhibiting special power in the category of demigods, he was a part and parcel of the super prowess of Pradyumna. That is the verdict of the Goswamis. That kind of goes against what I just read about Pradyumna being an expansion of Krishna. But sometimes these things, there's discrepancies, but I'm not going to get into that here. Therefore, when Cupid was burned to ashes by the anger of Lord Shiva, he merged into the body of Vasudeva, and to get his body again, he was begotten in the womb of Rukmini by Lord Krishna himself. Thus he was born as the son of Krishna and celebrated by the name Pradyumna. Because he was begotten by Lord Krishna directly, his qualities were most similar to those of Krishna. There was a demon of the name Shambhara who was destined to be killed by Pradyumna. The Shambhara demon knew of his destiny, and as soon as he learned that Pradyumna had been born, he took the shape of a woman and kidnapped the baby from the maternity home less than 10 days after his birth. The demon took him and threw him directly into the sea. But as it is said, whoever is protected by Krishna, no one can kill, and whoever is destined to be killed by Krishna, no one can protect. When Pradyumna was thrown into the sea, a big fish immediately swallowed him up. Later, this fish was caught in the net of a fisherman, and the fish was later sold to the Shambhara demon. In the kitchen of the demon was a maidservant whose name was Mayavati. The woman had formerly been the wife of Cupid, called Rati. When the fish was presented to the demon Shambhara, it was taken charge of by his cook, who was to make it into palatable fish preparations. And when the cook was cutting the fish, he found within its stomach a nice baby, which he immediately presented to the charge of Mayavati, who was an assistant in the kitchen affairs. This woman was surprised to see how such a nice baby could remain within the belly of a fish, and the situation perplexed her. The great sage Narada then appeared and explained to her about the birth of Pradyumna, and how the baby had been taken away by Shambhara and later thrown into the sea. In this way, the whole story was disclosed to Mayavati. Anyways, the story goes on to say how Pradyumna basically almost grows up instantaneously. They become married, or maybe not married right away, but he defeats this Shambhara demon, and then at some point, him and his wife, or wife-to-be, are flying over Dwarka and go to Dwarka, and then everybody notices Pradyumna, and they're like, oh, he looks like Krishna. Is this Krishna? Who is this? And they notice, slight discrepancies, and his mother shows up and notices him too, and is like, who is this? And eventually she figures out that it's her son. Anyways, it's a long story, but that's a short retelling of the birth of Pradyumna. And out of these 10 sons, he's probably the one that is mentioned the most in the Bhagavatam, and we will hear more about him. And some of these sons, in the next verses, they play important roles in the story of the Bhagavatam, as we'll see with the sons of Shambhavati, however you say it. So all these, one thing I was thinking of when I was studying this morning, kind of like an aha moment I had, trying to figure out these names of the sons of Krishna, trying to see if there's any glimpses on the lives of the sons of Krishna. And then I was wondering, what about the daughters of Krishna? But, they're not usually mentioned kind of in the Vedic scheme of things, if you will. But my aha moment was like, well, wait a minute. aren't I a son or daughter of Krishna? Aren't we all sons or daughters of Krishna? Like I tend to, when I'm reading the Bhagavatam and I read about all these sons and relatives of Krishna, it's kind of like, okay, Krishna's over there, these sons and daughters are over there. Like there's this disconnect. But really, we're all sons and daughters of Krishna. And all these pastimes, stories, names, everything is meant to purify us and reawaken us to that fact, reawaken us to that relationship. And the only reason we're here is because Krishna is so merciful. You know, like children, we want to play, we want to, explore things, and we want to pretend like we know everything. And so Krishna gives us this world, this material phantasmagoria to, play out these desires and these, these wishes. But it's all suffering. In the end, it all turns to suffering because in this world we're just covered over. We don't realize that our real relationship is a servant of Krishna, a son or daughter of Krishna. And I was thinking of my own father and my own mother growing up, and how sometimes I would want to do something that's probably not the safest or not the smartest thing, and they kept trying to discourage me. Don't do that, don't play with that, don't go over there, don't play in the street, don't do this, But sometimes you just don't listen, and they're like, okay, fine, go do it, and then you have to learn the hard way, right? So that's kind of what's going on here. Krishna, the Supreme Father, is saying, okay, you want to lord it over, here you go, try it out. But as we're seeing, at least as my experience, is it's all suffering, and I'm guessing for most people, there's at least a little bit of suffering, if not a whole lot of suffering. So in order to alleviate that suffering, Srila Prabhupada has kindly come and given us, translated these books, given us the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we can purify ourselves, so we can have that aha moment, be like, oh, okay, yes, I'm a son or daughter of God. Now what do I do? How do I live my life now so that I can eternally live with Krishna and my spiritual family forever in service? And that's great. I don't know. I'm eternally grateful to Srila Prabhupada for giving me that chance. Otherwise, I'd be still suffering, trying to figure out how to alleviate that. And while there is still suffering going on, and there will still be suffering in my life, it's alleviated a little bit by knowing what my proper position is, where I stand in this universe, in this creation, and what I should be doing, which is serving Krishna, serving the spiritual master, serving the pure devotees, and trying to bring others back home, back to Godhead with me, if I'm going there, if I can purify myself. Anyways, did anybody have any questions or comments? You want to get the microphone? Yeah.
So there was this man who came to the house yesterday to do some service, and we were talking about the Council of Nicaea, where the books of the Bible, where some of them were adopted and the other ones were eliminated. So we were talking about the principle of reincarnation. And he was saying, during the Council of Nicaea is when Jesus was ascribed the divinity, like the Son of God. And I said to him, well, we're all sons and children. We're all children of God, at the same point you were just making. And we're all, special spiritual beings. So I was just responding to the comment that you made, that we're all children of God, and that we're all potentially, we're divine, potentially aware that we belong in a different atmosphere, a different sphere. Thank you, Prabhu.
If it's all suffering, why do we keep doing it?
Oh, here you go. If it's all suffering, why do we keep doing it? It's like the magic. Anyways, it's like the magic of Maya, if you will. Anyways, it's like the magic of Maya, another one of Krishna's energies. It's like everybody has. It's just like you think. I don't know. It's a magical spell that makes you feel like you're enjoying when it's really not. It's like an addiction. It's like you keep feeding into it, but it doesn't really give any pleasure. There's like that. It's like a loose facade, and then the pleasure is fleeting. But then with Krishna consciousness, that spell can be broken, and then you can realize, okay, I see that all these things are they basically lead to suffering, even if there's like some fleeting happiness. But let me do the things that will lead to lasting happiness and lasting pleasure eternally. There was a comment I was going to forget now. Well, just that if everyone realized that we're all children of God, that the world would be a lot different place, that everybody would work together and not fight each other and not so much anyways,
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandar Agom Vidamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasa Sakale Priya Priti Manti Vasyan Divan Kayanti Chiram Naganti
Because children by Rukmini they have special meanings, and they're all absolutely beautiful, glorious, victorious, strong, gorgeous, super excellent beauty. All of them are like that. But what to say about the Supreme Lord's names, unlimited names? So we're going to be singing the Sri Nama Kirtan. Yashomati Nandana Yashomati Nandana Vraja Varunagara Gokula Ranjana Gana Yashomati Nandana Vraja Varanagara Gokula Ranjana Gana Gokula Ranjana Gana Gopi Paranadhana Madhana Manohara Kaliyada Mona Vidhana Kaliyada Mona Vidhana Amalla Harinama Miya Virasa Amala Harinama Miya Vilasa Vipina Puranarana Vinana Karavara Pansivadana Subhasa Rajab Janna Palana Sura Kulanasana Nanda Gotana Rakala Govinda Madana Nita Taskara Sundarananda Gopala Yamuna Tattachara Gopi Vasanadhara Rasarasika Kripa Moya Rasarasika Kripa Moya Sirada Madhavan Vrindavana Naktavara Sirada Madhava Vrindavana Naktavara Bhakati Vinodashaya Yashamati Nandana Vrajavaranagara Gokula Ranjana Kana Amala Harinama Miya Vilasa Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Sri Radha Madhava Vrindavana Natavara Bhakati Vinoda Hasraya Bhakati Vinoda Hasraya Jaya Radha Golokananda Radha Golokananda Radha Golokananda Sri Radhe Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Nittai Gora Haribo 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 Nittai Gora Haribo Haribo Nittai Gora Haribo Jaya Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe Jaya Sri Radhe. Lord Krishna is the beloved son of Yashoda, transcendental lover in the land of Braj, the delight of Gokula, known by the nickname Kana, the wealth of the lives of the gopis, the attractor of Cupid, and punisher of the serpent Kaliya. These pure holy names of Lord Hari are full of sweet nectarian pastimes. Lord of the 12 forests of Raj, ever youthful, the best of lovers, player of the flute and excellent dresser, protector of the inhabitants of Raj, destroyer of demonic dynasties, keeper and tender of Nanda's cows, giver of pleasure to cows, land, and spiritual senses, husband of the goddess of fortune, butter thief, and beautiful little gar boy of Nanda Maharaj, wanderer of the Yamuna river banks, thief of the garments of the gopis, enjoyer of the mellows of the rasa dance, very merciful, lover and beloved of Sri Radha, the great dancer of Vrindavan, and the only shelter of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Shinam Kirtan Bashila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai.
Just want to let everybody know we're having Harinam Sankirtan on Saturday afternoon, 4 to 6 at 5 Points in Durham. You can look at the announcement on the WhatsApp thread and get the exact address. But it's a nice place. Lots of people will be there to hear the Harinam. Chaito Darpanam Arjanam Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam Shreya Kairavya Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipanam Pranamrita Swadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrapita Niyamita Smarane Nakala Springtime Green Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva Midrishami Hajjani Nanuraga Trinada Pisu Nichena Tarora Pisu Hishuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Oh. Sundarim Kavitam Va Jagadish. Aye. Thank you. Mama Janmani Janmani Ishvare Bhavatad Bhakti Ahoitaki Twai Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Kripayatava Pada Pankaja Stita Duli Sadrashim Vachintaya Nayanam Gladashu Daraya Vadanam Gad Gadurudaya Gira Pulakarnishitam Vapukada Tavanama Grahaneva Vishyati Yugayatam Namishena Chakshusha Pravashayatam Shunayatam Jagat Sarvam Govindam Virahename Aslishyavapadamritam Anastumam Adarshanam Marmahata Karotuva Yatatatava Vidadatu Lampato Mat Pranatastu Sa Eva Napara. Victory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dusts accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. Oh, my Lord, congregational chanting of your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than a straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respect to others